Let's review 2024. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year. Oh my God, it's 2025, our first video of the new year. I thought it'd be fun to kind of go back and look at the year that was 2024 and all of the things that we were able to experience and kind of some of the growth that we've seen. We're gonna go and take a look back at some of the favorite photos of each month and then share with you a couple of stats from our channel from this past year. If you are a loyal subscriber to the channel and you've watched a lot of our videos this year, I want you to think back and kind of ask yourself, what was your favorite video of 2024 and which one do you think was the most watched? And then I'll kind of share with you the most watched video at the end. But for now, in the comments, put down what you think was your favorite video of this past year and what do you think was our most popular video of 2024. All right, let's start off with January. So January saw us finish the Race Inc., which gave us a few problems. And then we also previewed the GT Pro Performer build that we were gonna get started working on. We also have our favorite photo of the month, and that's this one in which I took it with Lance Simpson. Lance is a friend of ours. He came to Kauai to hang out for a couple of days to also scout for a potential ride in 2025. We showed him around the island, took him on some rides, he got some cool pictures. And since then, he has decided to move the ride to Oahu, which is a much larger location, easier to get to, way more transportation than here on our tiny island. And so the ride is going to be coming out June 26 to 30 on Oahu. Check out Big Bike Family or Lance Simpson on Instagram for more details. But January was a great month to just kind of hang out with some new friends and to work on some bikes. So in February, even though we finished the Race Inc., you know I had to ride it. And so here's my favorite photo of February of 2024, taking the Race Inc. on one of my favorite places to ride. You've seen this on my Instagram many times. It's my favorite spot to kind of ride past and just look and just kind of appreciate being able to live in this beautiful place. We also worked on GTs in February. We started working on Bernie's wife's GT Street Performer that had the gears on it. And so we kind of, had a couple of videos in which we worked on putting different parts on it based on her preferences. And it was a fun month. So in March, we introduced the Hollywood Hutch build. And that's the pink bike that we are going to put together, or the intent was, you guys were going to give us your feedback on what parts you wanted to see on it. And Brett, my friend out there from Oahu, he said, I'm gonna vote for just the most expensive parts every single time. Well, that unfortunately kind of took a backseat to all the other things that we were doing. And so we are going to be revisiting the Hutch build in 2025, so stay tuned. However, though, my favorite photo of the month has nothing to do with BMX. I ended up purchasing a new car. I had a 2010 Dodge Ram that I absolutely loved, but that thing sucked a lot of gas. And it didn't make a big deal for me because I worked 2 miles away at my school from where I live. And so driving each day wasn't a big deal. Yeah, it was expensive, but I didn't drive that much. I only had like 56,000 miles, I think, when I sold it for being a 13-year-old truck. So you can kind of see I didn't put a ton of miles on it. But in my new job, I have to now travel to schools all over the island. And so I decided to make a purchase, something that I could get away from gas and the gas prices, and it's crazy expensive here in Hawaii, and then switch into a Tesla. But I can tell you that I absolutely love this car. It's much different from my truck. But I've always wanted to have a Tesla. Ever since they first came out, I'm a tech nerd. And so when it came out, but it was so expensive, I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to get one. With the prices falling and with the government rebate, I was able to get it at a really good price. And so I bit the bullet. So March was about me trying to figure out how to get this purchased and then bring it to Kauai. All right, my favorite photo from April is this one from Dirty Fest. And Dirty Fest, hands down, was one of the best trips that I've been able to take with Bernie. no shade thrown at our Texas trip and all the things that we were able to experience in Texas in the previous year. But Dirty Fest is just on a different level simply because of being able to meet all of your BMX heroes and legends that you grew up watching or looking at in magazines. We were able to interview some fantastic people. You guys were able to see some of those videos here on this channel. And April was just a banger of a month, I'm gonna say. It was just fantastic. It was a trip of a lifetime. And Bernie and I are happy to announce that we're gonna be going back to Dirty Fest in June. So if you're gonna be there and you see us, please stop and say hello. We'd love to talk to you and get to know you. But yeah, April was all about Dirty Fest. All right, May was a big month for us. We introduced you to the Torker build that was coming up. We finished the GT and also put out a couple of videos where we interviewed some people over at Dirty Fest. But the biggest news of that month was I retired from teaching after 31 and a half years with the Hawaii Department of Education. It was a bittersweet moment. I miss working with my students. I miss working with my colleagues and my friends at my old school, but I do not miss the grading. Do not miss that at all. So it's been an interesting last couple of months as I've transitioned into my new job. I work now for a nonprofit where I support all of the schools here on our island. Got some exciting things coming up, but yeah, May was a big one for me. Here's my favorite photo from June. It's from one of the rides that I did on the new GT, Trust Your Journey, and I think that was really appropriate after just retiring. Did I make the right choice or not? And yeah, you have to just trust the process sometimes. Trust that journey that you're on and believe in yourself because, you know, things work out. I think, you know, if you work hard, definitely good things will come your way. And so June was all about, you know, doing that transition from teaching into, you know, having some off time for the summer, getting ready for the new job. Put out a lot of interview videos from Dirty Fest, and as you can see, we had some fantastic people that we interviewed. So thank you to all of those individuals that we interviewed at Dirty Fest. Thank you for your time. We had some great videos because of it. In July, we dropped the interview with Jason Chang, one of the BMX legends that we got to meet for the first time and hang out with. Super cool guy that we remembered as a kid just kicking everybody's butt back in the day. But we also were able to do some traveling. So I traveled to Oahu. I got to ride with Elton and the gang. Love every single chance I get with being able to ride with those guys. And then I was able to travel to Vegas with my wife, and we met up some friends and got to watch New Edition. If you're an old head like me, you know who New Edition is. And that was kind of like my retirement gift from my good buddy, Eric, one of my college roommates. And we met up in Vegas with our wives, and we just had a blast in July, just hanging out. Also had some of my wife's family there. So it was a great trip and a really good experience. This is the 4th time that I've had to record this. You would not believe all the problems that we're having, but let's keep going. All right, in August, what happened? I don't even remember. All right, so in August, we worked on the Street Performer and took the GTs out for a ride, and we introduced you to 2 special people in the bike life community, Larry from Stack BMX and Angie over at Frank's Bikes in Downey. These 2 people are amazing. They were so nice to us when we came in to visit them when we went on our trip for Dirty Fest. Larry just has an extensive knowledge of BMX from being a rider to also being a videographer, and he owns his own shop out there in California. Go check him out on Stacked, on his website, his Instagram, and I think he's also on TikTok. But tons of information. We've learned a lot from him. We also had a chance to visit Angie over at Frank's Bikes in Downey. And to give you a hint on our most watched video of 2024, it's from one of these 2 people. Super blessed to be able to hang out with Angie in her shop and show you some of the cool parts that she has. I even had to like FaceTime my friend from Texas, Tyler from Texas, because he couldn't believe we were there, and he was just drooling over all of the cool stuff that was in her shop. And so If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Angie's super cool, and she's a female in this business, in this bike life game, running a successful shop. So if you're ever in California, check out Stacked, check out Frank's Bikes in Downey. Both shops can help you with your dream builds. So my favorite photo of August is gonna be this one of myself when I first started teaching, and my daughter who just started teaching in August. She's following in her mom and dad's footsteps. My wife is also a teacher, and she became a third grade teacher in August of this year. And so my wife and I are super proud of her for going back to school. She was in tourism and hospitality. She was working at a hotel, wasn't happy there, and decided to do something to help kids and make a difference. And so super proud of what she's been able to accomplish. And it's been hard. It hasn't been easy, but she's loving it, and she's been just, you know, excited every day. And what else can you ask for? And then my son, can't forget him, because he also started working in a job in August that kind of fits more along what he went to school for. So August was a pretty proud dad moment for me. All right, so in September, we introduced you to the Torker build. We finally got started on that. But then more importantly, we showed you guys the 27.5 Monzas that are coming out very soon. There was a special drop, a pre-order of them. We even had our own code that you guys could use, and some of you guys used them, so thank you very much. But we were able to kind of get a sneak peek at this 27.5 Monza. We got to hang around with it, take it on a ride before we send it off to the next person. But thank you to Thomas and the gang over at Monza for believing in small creators like ourselves, to send us bikes that we can kind of test out. And they have just been so incredibly generous with us. And so thank you, Thomas, and thank you to everyone over at Monza for believing in us. In October, we got to take a subscriber, one of our viewers, out for a ride who was visiting here on our island. So Thomas, who's from Seattle, messaged us and was like, hey, I'm gonna be on your island. Any chance we can hook up for a ride? And we were like, absolutely. So we loaned him a bike, and we were able to ride with him, take him on our favorite spot here. And then I was able to also hook up with him on Oahu, and we had Elton and Polly who helped us out to get him a bike on Oahu, and I was able to ride with him another time on Oahu. So that was kind of a highlight in October, being able to kind of ride with one of our viewers. We also introduced you guys to the Evolve Project BMX. This is the stealthiest e-bike that you will ever see. This bike is fantastic. It's made from really good parts. You can't hardly tell that it's even an e-bike. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but it is well worth the money. If you are looking for a BMX bike that handles like a BMX bike, that rides like a BMX bike, that can jump like a BMX bike, but then you also want maybe a little bit of juice for those longer rides, this is the bike for you. So thanks to Jeff and the gang over at Evolve for sending that over to us. It's a fantastic bike, and it's got me thinking about wanting to build an all black bike. I think I'm gonna do it. So thanks. And that was October. In November, we finished the Torker, took it out on a ride, and then was also able to put out a video just thanking all of you guys, just sharing our appreciation for your support over this year. November was fun, but we also brought to you our last interview from Dirty Fest, and that was with our friend Robert Cardoza. He is a longtime BMXer. He even races to this day. He's in his 60s and he's still racing, which is amazing. But he is another guy that's been in the industry for years, and he was a stunt rider in the movie E.T. And so check out that video to kind of learn more about it. But we got a chance to sit down with him. He's been a long time subscriber. He's comments on all of our videos, gives us crap sometimes, and we love it. But it was a blast getting a chance to kind of talk to him with our last interview from Dirty Fest. And then the photo of the month is that Project BMX bike from Evolve. Took it on a ride to my favorite spot, and come on, look at that. Like, the bike itself is beautiful. You put it against that background. That's why it was my favorite photo of November. November was also when we dropped our new line of shirts. These are the Bikes of Cruising in the 808. You can find it up on our website at shop.cruisingin808.com. Right now we have 4 of our bikes available. In the next couple of weeks, I think we're going to be coming out with the second series that's going to have some of the hutches that Bernie has built, along with the torquer, and I think, oh, well, there's one more. I can't remember what it is right now, but we've got another 4 bikes that are coming out. They either have a design on the front like this, or a design with this on the back, and it's up on our website if you want to check it out. And now my battery just died on my camera. It's one thing after another with this video. I don't know what's the deal. All right, let's go into December. We got 1 month left. Took the Evolve Project BMX bike out for a ride. Put out a video encouraging people over 50 to get back on a bike again, and then capped the year off with a ride on Oahu with Elton and Polly and the gang. And I can't tell you how much fun I had with them on Oahu, even though I thought I lost my wallet. So go check that video out if you kind of want to know a little bit more. But basically, I thought I lost my wallet. It's kind of bummed halfway through. We found it, and still had a fantastic time. And that's just, I guess the lesson there is, like, even when life gives you lemons, you got to figure out how to make lemonade somehow, and that's what we did. And so it was a great way to kind of just end the year with being able to ride with some friends, right? My favorite photo of December is this one, and this is of my wife and our dog. This is on a walk with them during this Christmas break at my favorite spot. You know, as we get older, I think it's really important to you know, take time to appreciate the things that we have. And I really do appreciate the time with my wife and our dog and my kids, obviously. But, you know, my wife is amazing, and she takes our dog on a walk every morning and every evening. And I try to join them when I can, and had a chance to kind of, you know, reverse the route that I normally go on my bike. And yeah, it's my favorite photo of December. Very blessed to have the wife that I have, and the life that I live, and my kids and our dog, and everything else. And so that was my favorite photo. Okay, let's talk about a couple of stats before we end the video. In 2024, it was our biggest year for the channel. We had over 450,000 views just in this 1 year alone. Combined, we hit 1 million in December on the 24th. So thank you guys so much for watching the videos and liking them, and being a subscriber and commenting them. And I read every single comment, and I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And it's just been an incredible journey. So thank you very much. We had 47 videos that we came out with this year, which is quite a bit. I'm kind of surprised at that number. I tried to do one a week. I wasn't able to do one a week every month, but 47, that's a pretty good number. We had 5.4 million impressions, and impressions are what YouTube considers like instances that people can see your thumbnail, whether it's on a short or whether it's on their YouTube homepage. That's crazy that our stuff was put up 5.4 million times. So yeah, that's been, you know, kind of interesting to see some of these facts. And then now let's talk about the top 3 videos of the channel of this year. So let's see if they compare to the stuff that you wrote down below. And let's go with number 3. Number 3 was our obsession or passion video, and that had 19.5 thousand videos as of this video. It's where we put all of the bikes of cruising in the 808, and we put them in my garage, and we kind of talked about each one, and really had a chance to kind of step back and take a look at just how many bikes we have. And then, is it an obsession or is it a passion? And I think it's a little bit of both. But even, yeah, we were kind of shocked ourselves when we put those together. Number 2 video is the 24 or 26 inch BMX Cruiser. Which one is right for you? And that's where we just compare the 2 Monzas. Here's something I just realized after editing this video. The number 2 most watched video on our channel in 2024 was actually a video we did in 2023. So the 24 and 26 comparison video was done over a year ago, and I apologize for that. I thought I was looking at data for just 2024, and technically yes, the second most watched video was this video. I should have narrowed it down a little bit more to see which was the second most watched video that was created in 2024. But anyway, that's for the little discrepancy in our top three. We took a 24 and a 26 out for a ride, showed you the similarities, so it showed you the differences, just to kind of show you the differences between the two bikes. And that was popular because it hit 33,000 views in 2024 since it came out. And now our number one video on the channel, I kind of hinted at what it could be earlier. And if you chose the bike shop video of Angie at Frank's Bikes, that is our number one video of 2024. It sits at 60,000 views right now. And I think it's popular for a number of reasons. Number one, Angie's a terrific human being. And I didn't say fantastic this time, even though she is fantastic. Super nice, just has an eye for parts, and she and her partner have put out some fantastic builds. She supports the bike life community. She has an amazing shop. If you ever get a chance to go check her out, go do that. And then she's also a female, just being a boss in this BMX industry that is usually dominated by males. And I think that resonated with a lot of females as well. I've had comments from other female owners or female bike riders that just really enjoyed that video. And so that was our number one video of the year. Well deserved, Angie. And that's our 2024 recap of the year here on our YouTube channel. We would not be able to do it without your support. Thank you so much. I can't even begin to tell you how much we are grateful for your viewership and you guys liking the videos and sharing them and putting comments. I mean, it really is humbling for Bernie and myself to have this support, and we're looking to a great 2025. We got a lot of cool things coming up. We're gonna definitely work on that hutch. We're gonna be traveling to Dirty Fest. I'm also gonna be going to Texas in January, so look out for that. If you're gonna be in Corpus Christi or Dallas at the end of January, hit me up. Looking forward to that trip. Trying to get to Oahu when I can, and for more rides and bringing you more content. So if this is stuff that you enjoy, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, join our little community, be a subscriber, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, hey, take care of one another, be safe, and aloha.